Alrighty, folks, I'm back. Going to dive right in here. There we go. My camera should be in order. There you go. Should be nice and frame. Yeah, I think I am. Okay. All right, here we go. I think I'm centered. Principle 42. Just say no. You don't have to let yourself be terrorized by other people's expectations of you. As Sue Patton, author of The Courage to Be Yourself. Our world is a highly competitive and overstimulating place, and more concentration is needed every day just to stay focused on completing your daily tasks and pursuing your longer term goals. Because of the explosion of communications technology, we are more accessible to people than ever before. Complete strangers can reach you by telephone, cell phone, text, fax, regular mail, email, and social media. They can reach you at home, at work, and on your smartphone. If you're not there, they can leave messages on your answering machine or your voicemail. If you are there, they can interrupt you with call waiting. Biden, it seems everyone wants a piece of you. Your kids want rides or to borrow the car. Your coworkers want to have your input on projects that are not your responsibility. Your boss wants you to work overtime to finish a report he needs. Your sister wants you to take her kids for the weekend. Your child's school wants you to be a driver for next week's field trip. Your mother wants you to come over and fix her screen door. Your best friend wants to talk about his impending divorce. And local charity wants you to head up the annual luncheon committee. An endless array of telemarketers want you to subscribe to the local newspaper, contribute to the nearby wildlife sanctuary, or transfer all of your credit card debt over to your new card. Even your pets are clamoring for more attention. We suffer under project and productivity overload at work, taking on more than we can comfortably deliver in an unconscious desire to impress others, get ahead, and keep up with others' expectations. Meanwhile, our top priorities go unaddressed. You can just call me Ab or Stormer. August, we're just reading Success Principles. It's not against you, it's for me. One response that I found helpful in saying no to crisis appeals or time robbing requests from people is it's not against you, it's for me. The local PTA chairman calls with yet another weekend fundraising event that needs your dedication and say, my saying no to you is not against you or what you're trying to accomplish. Very worthy cause, but recently I realized I've been overcommitting myself outside my home. Even though I support what you're doing, the fact is I've made a commitment to spend more time with my family. It's not against you, it's for us. Few people can get angry at you for making and standing by this higher commitment. In fact, they'll probably respect you for your clarity and your strength. There are lots of valuable techniques you can learn that will make it easier to say no without feeling guilty. I recommend you read one of the several good books that address this issue in greater depth than I have space for here. Two best books are When I Say No, I Feel Guilty by Manuel J. Smith, and How to Say No Without Feeling Guilty by Patty Breitman and Connie Hatch. Say no to the good so that you can say yes to the great. Good is the enemy of great. That was Jim Collins, author of Good to Great, Built to Last, and Great by Choice. The shirt August is Rick and Morty. And it's a Dragon Ball Z crossover. What a simple concept this is, yet you'd be surprised how frequently even the world's top entrepreneurs, professionals, educators, and civic leaders get caught up in projects, situations, and opportunities that are merely good, while the great is left out in the cold, waiting for them to make room in their lives. In fact, concentrating on merely the good often prevents great from showing up, simply because there's no time left in our schedules to take advantage of any additional opportunity. Thank you, August. Is this your situation, constantly chasing after mediocre prospects or pursuing misguided schemes for success when you could be holding at bay opportunities for astounding achievement? The Pareto principle, when 20% equals 80%. If you surveyed your life and jotted down those activities that brought you the most success, the most financial gain, the most advancement, and the most enjoyment, you discover that about 20% of your activity produces about 80% of your success. This phenomenon is the basis for the Pareto principle, often referred to as the law of the vital few, named after the 19th century economist who discovered that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the population. Later researchers discovered that 80% of an enterprise's revenue usually comes from 20% of its customers. Stop majoring in the minors. Instead of dedicating yourself and your time to mundane, non-productive, time-stealing activity, imagine how rapidly you would reach your goals and improve your life if you said no to those time-wasting activities and instead focused on the 20% of activity that would bring you the most benefit. What if instead of watching television, mindlessly surfing the internet, running unnecessary errands, and addressing problems you could have avoided in the first place, you use the extra time to focus on your family, your marriage, your business, your breakthrough goal, starting a new income stream, other more productive activities? Sylvester Stallone's rocky beginning. Sylvester Stallone knows how to say no to the good. After finishing the very first Rocky screenplay, Stallone encountered several producers who were interested in making it into a movie. But even though that alone would have made Stallone a lot of money, he insisted on playing the lead role too. Even though other actors such as James Caan, Ryan O'Neal, and Burt Reynolds were considered to play Rocky Balboa, Stallone said no. And after finding backers willing to finance a shoestring budget of under $1 million, Stallone completed filming on location in just 28 days. Rocky went on to become the sleeper hit of 1976, earning over $225 million and garnering Oscars for Best Picture and Best Director, as well as acting and writing nominations for Stallone, who took full charge of his golden opportunities and turned Rocky Balboa, and later John Rambo, into industry franchises that have grossed over $2 billion in revenues worldwide. Missed a small footnote here, so I'll go back and read it. See the 80-20 principle, The Secret to Success by Achieving More with Less by Richard Koch. New York Currency, 1998, for an illuminating exploration of the application of the 80-20 rule to accelerating the achievement of your personal success. What could show up in your life if you said no to the good? How can you determine what's truly great so you can say no to what's merely good? Start by listing your opportunities. One side of the page for good and the other side is for great. Seeing options in writing will help you crystallize your thinking and determine what questions to ask, what information to gather, what your plan of attack might be, and so on. It will help you decide if an opportunity truly fits with your overall life purpose and passion, or if it's just life taking you down a side road. Talk to advisors about this potential new pursuit. People who have traveled the road before you have vast experience to share and hard-headed questions to ask about any new opportunity you might be contemplating. Talk to you about unexpected challenges and help you evaluate the cost factor. That is, how much time, money, effort, stress, and commitment will be required. Test the waters. Rather than just take a leap of faith that the new opportunity will proceed as you expect, conduct a small test, spending a limited amount of time and money. If it's a new career you're interested in, first seek part-time work or independent consulting contracts in that field. If it's a major move or volunteer project you're excited about, see if you can travel for a few months to your dream locale or find ways to immerse yourself in the volunteer work for several weeks before committing to it 100%. Finally, 4, look at where you spend your time. Determine if those activities truly serve your goals or if saying no would free up your schedule for more focused pursuits. Righty, folks. That was Principle 42. Just say no to things that do not serve you. Next time, we will find ourselves in Principle 43, become a leader worth following, something I'm currently working on with my principal license. The leader that I was always born to be. Speaking of which, please remember to support the show. So like, comment, share, subscribe, donations, Venmo, Stormer Show. Any and all support that this show should receive is greatly and truly appreciated. Please follow if you should find yourself on TikTok. Please subscribe if you should find yourself on my YouTube. They both have the same title, folks. Stormer Show, all together, all one word, STORMERSHOW, for you already in the know. And then, yes, just say no to things, again, that are only good and not great. I'd say no to anything that's bad or going to be considered a waste of your time as well. YouTube August is the same title as my TikTok. Stormer Show. Altogether, all one word. And thank you very much if you should subscribe, because believe you me, that channel needs all the help it can get. So does my TikTok, technically. But my TikTok is getting there. Having reached over 1,000 followers, which I am very happy about. So again, thank you for any and all support that this show should receive. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Success Principles. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode, and then I will be back, as I said, on Friday with another episode of the Success Principles, as well as Detroit Become Human on YouTube. So please tune in. Feel free to watch me. Thank you for doing so. Sleep tight. Have a good night. I've been your host, Stormer Show, signing out and signing off again. Sleep tight. Have a good night. And thanks again for watching.